Bartek said on Tuesday that he thinks the team is just too nice, and I was curious if you agreed with that. And if so, how do you get them to be more mean, more aggressive?
I think we have said that the whole season, haven't we said that? It's a process, these things, I tell you all the time. I think we are closer and closer to understand what nice is and what is to be, I will call it more together and more family. I think that is the thing, because a good teammate is a guy that put the standards every day as well, and not somebody that just put it on the carpet. So to open up our mouth and know that we want the team best instead of like we don't want to hurt anybody. But
Right.
that's what it's about. Like we have to communicate more, put more demands, and everybody knows now what's expected. So now it's about feeling ownership to the process. And as I said, we have been there for 3 months, so that's it takes often a little bit longer time than that. But I see, as I said before, I see progress in these things, and that he says this is very good, and
Okay.
acknowledge that we have to be a little bit more demanding on each other, and also supporting. That is both ways. So I think. I like that he say those things, so it's not coming from me, it's coming from them as well, so that they see that this is things that we have to be a little bit better to get the points we have deserved.
What do you? What are the in your system and in your wants the primary responsibilities of the wingers? What do you want them to do?
Score goals, attack space, get in the box, react, win the ball back again. They have to cooperate with the winger, with the fullback. So it's many tasks for a winger, like it's a fullback, but they have to have legs and they have to run. That's the main thing, and they have to be effective. They can do as much as they want for me around the pitch, but they have to do effective things when they come to the last third of the pitch. That's important.
Are you seeing enough of that this season, or
I think we can improve that. I said again, also we have created a lot. We haven't scored enough in our chances, but it can be better. I think now in the last game we talked a lot now about getting crosses first, and it's about getting players inside the box.
Right.
And now we had the crosses and we had players inside the box. Now we did put it in the net. We had one in the bar and one in the post, and we had also a couple of three sequences in the first half that we have 4 crosses in a row that comes into the box, and I see players also coming into the dangerous areas. I think in set play we have been very passive. I think now we were much more aggressive. We had a couple opportunities there. So we have worked a lot in that, as in deliveries and timing in runs. This is like constant things that we work on, but it's the focus. And if we keep on doing these things, we will score goals. That's not the thing, but we need to be more resilience and together in those moments when the games are won. We have to put the ball in net is one thing, but also don't give them easy things. I think that's the main thing, and these things we are talking a lot about, and again learn to experience. Every team has tough periods, and now we are in the period that we haven't get the points we want. And then it's sort of, to get that our way, we have to want it a little bit more. Yeah, it's like we have to just kick that, get it in, whatever, how we get it in, we have to get it in. So there's a little more determination in everything we do. I think that's going to be important now. And I see a squad that really wants to do things, and I've seen that all season. But we need to raise the bars when we talk about putting the standards out there as a group.
Ronny, are you based on everything that you just said? You've mentioned process, you mentioned being more resilient, you've also mentioned the team just wanting it more. Are you tempted to make changes within the starting 11 or how this team may play in order to get more out of the team?
Yeah, we are trying things all the time, so we do that. So that's the things we are thinking of at the same time. Of course, it's many good players, and it's about who clicks best together. That's the main thing. And as I said, that's learning through experience, and we have done that so far, and we see things that works and things that needs to be better, and that's what you address all the time. And we know where we want, and we will get there. It's just it's no way that goes like this. It's going like this all the time, and you get setbacks Especially the first year. It's like that. I've been in some first years in my life, so it's now about keeping us together and believing what we are doing and learning through our experiences, so we get better and better. And
Right.
it's so small things now that it will click.
Ronny, are you getting what you want or what you need from your two center midfields, either Sleets or Tristan when he plays, and also Mir and Chu have played there. So are you getting what you need?
Well, there's a couple of things we have to do. They understand first. There's been 3 different coaches there now. They played in 3 different styles. The first one was like a lot of play and playing from behind and all those things. And the next one was like more defending and counter-attacks. And now is a new one coming in. My style is that I want to be as high as possible in the pitch as often as possible. I want to be quite direct, and I want to break lines as much as possible. So to go from being the lowest line to be the highest line, that is a long way, and that's what we are pushing. And then we want to play open and play attacking good football. So we want to actually think that the opponent is going to think, what are we going to do against this team? That's the hardest in football, to get a pattern offensively, and that we dare to attack so hard that we also can be hurt in the other way. So the demands of the midfielders now is totally different what it was before. So what I need from them, what I get, is unbelievable work rate. They are winning balls all over the place, and that's fantastic. Attitude. What we need more from the midfielders, that they know, is scanning, open their body, timing with the central defenders, so we can break lines. And also, when we do that, we can break lines and play forward, so we get Alex more on the ball, get Miggy more on the ball, get Saba more on the ball, all these guys, so we do that. But we have been much better than that. The line now, we are middle in the league when we talk about how dominant we are in the games. But we should come another step. But so far we have done that. And I believe to win something, you need to attack. You don't win anything to defend yourself. You can keep yourself not relegating to defend. You need to attack. And then you need to take some chances. Then I put, of course, a demands on these midfielders that they haven't been done. And it's a little bit scary. And there's been done some mistakes. But the only way going forward is to keep on doing it. So that is very, that they know. And I take the full responsibility for that. If they try, they never go back and say why they did that pass or that was a shit pass. But attitude, there's no mercy. Everybody can be disciplined. Everybody can work hard. Everybody can give to the team everything they have. And then we need to develop skills and that they have to understand how we want things. And I think they are very, very good in like understanding and trying now. And we're gonna get better. We are already much better, and you see that when you see behind every result we had. But again, we come back to how we're gonna get points, and that I think also is about that. When you know what's expected, how we want to play, then they have to feel ownership to it. It's like our style of play. It's not Ronny Deila style of play. It's Atlanta United style of play. And then, of course, when everybody is pushing that line, then everything going to go quicker. And that will come. I'm 100% sure of that.
Miggy as a winger and Miggy as an attacking midfielder, are you getting, because those positions have different responsibilities, are you getting what you want from him as a winger and then separate as an attacking midfielder?
I get what I want when he plays the role he should play. So, if he plays winger and he plays wing, he's maybe the best winger in the league. But he is often playing wing and he plays another position. And that he's agreeing, but that is just because he really wants to help the team. And he's eager to get on the ball, he's like all these things, and a little bit impatient, I'm sure. But when he plays 10, he can play 10 for sure. Very good. And we have 2 top 10s in that role. But he can also be a fantastic winger. What the important thing is, like, if we put him as a winger, he has to play as a winger, and when he plays as a 10, he has to play as a 10. Because now, in the last game, he was a lot inside, and then we open the whole right side, and then we get big problems in the first half with crosses and problems with Gil. So this is thing again also we talk about and learn through all these experiences. But what what we see when he's in the center is that he attacks the space, the box more, and he gets to even more chances, and that's also what he needs to do as a winger, because that's possible. And then you will get his one-to-one skills on the sides. You will also get his finishing inside the box, and also when he comes around the box that he can get on the ball and find assists, because he's often been second assist instead of the assist or goal chances. And all these things we talk about, so that's things that's going to be better.
Is it fair and accurate to say that when he's a winger, sometimes he's drifting inside a little too much and leaving that space
Totally
open?
agree.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's he's totally agreeing also. But he do it because he wants to help the team.
Right.
But I think he needs to be a little bit more patient. He knows that, and that's and not trust the team that they will give him the ball. And if they don't, it's not his mistake. It's not his fault. It's my fault or those who doesn't give him the ball. So because if we just start to do what we see in the picture, then other players don't see what they should see, and then they come insecurity, and when we lose the ball we are out of positions.
Right.
So that is something we have talked about.
Ronny, at what point, you already mentioned it, your staff has been here 3 months, and you're only 8 games, you're going on 9 games in the season. At what point do you think this team should have that personality that you mentioned about playing this Atlanta United way, attacking, being high, and having to mold that from the players? At what point would you want to see that?
That's impossible to say. It's totally impossible. I hope I see it. I see a lot of improvement now, but again, we always gonna sit there and talk that things can be better. So what we agree now that we want more points than we ever had, and that is a circle we have to turn and get on the right path. But I think you need to go through a window or two also to get it right. I think that's one thing, but I also believe that a lot of these players can develop themselves. And also it's a test for everybody now. Who is taking information, who wants to learn, who's able to learn. And those who are going forward, they are important to keep. And those who are standing still, they will be taken by the team. That's my experience through life and football. And that's me as a coach. If I don't learn and improve, and then I'm not good enough to be in the place I am. That's this is top athletes, top teams that we meet all over the world. Football is going forward. You need to be updated. You need to be able to receive and do something with the information you get. And those who do that best, those will be the ones that push Atlanta to where they should be.
Would you sacrifice how you want to play in order to get more points at any point in the season?
No, but there's always, I believe in, the principle will be the same. But you can't be stupid, I call it stupid because, you have to think, but if I had seen that the opponents was much better on every game, we don't create anything, we are not able to do something of the games, we are open, then I will change for sure. But I see that it's total opposite. So that's also a little bit dangerous because what is it's easy to say it's good, but it's not good when you're not winning. Right. So we need to understand that. I think what Bartos say is understanding of this need to be better to turn a lot of good play to results. Because it's not about getting goal chances, it's about scoring goals in the end and more than opponent. So, but we need to see behind it. But I think he's in on something that we need to have to connect now and to, really show that the togetherness and that fighting spirit to the end and deal with suffering together. And we have done periods of that, but we need to do that 5% more to get that ball into the net, and at the same time also don't give away easy things.
Might this stretch of road games, 4 out of the next 5, help toward that cohesion, that chemistry when the guys are going to be traveling together, eating together, same hotels?
Yeah, I think that is positive, so that would be good. So, but I would love to play at home all the time. That's of course the best in playing at a stadium, so I would do that. But of course, every moment we spend together, it's things, and also the experience we have together. Good or bad, you start to know each other. Everything that's happening now. Some is in a good shape, some is not in so good shape, some is in good position, some is on the bench, some is not in the squad. You start to see each other and feel each other and get to know each other, and that's what I want. and that's where you make your decisions also in the future, and that's important because we need a resilient team. We need a team that is standing together and put the team in front of themselves all the time. And if that is good, then when we will going to be fine, I'm sure.
The transfer window ends in, I think, less than a week. Is there any areas of the team that you would like to see reinforced or expect any changes?
I think Chris and all the scouts is very aware of what we are looking for, but it's a complicated system in MLS, so it's not like just we ask our president if we can get some more money. It's different. You need to get money to spend money, so it's a puzzle that it will take time, and I don't think big things gonna happen now into the winter, but you never know.
All right, thanks, Ronny.
Thank you, Ron.
Ronny.
Thank you.
Great.